Alright, you've heard the term hedge fund thrown around like it's some billionaire-only club where money just magically turns into more money, but WTF actually is a hedge fund? And why do they sound so hedgy? Okay, let's dive into the world of hedge funds. So at its core, a hedge fund is basically a super fancy investment partnership. Imagine a group of people pooling their money together to make more money. You've got a fund manager, think of them like the money wizard. And then you've got the investors, who are usually rich folks, institutions, or pension funds. These investors trust the fund manager to use their expertise and knowledge to grow their money. The manager uses various strategies to achieve this. The wizard's job? Take that cash and invest it using a mix of different financial instruments and strategies. They might buy stocks, bonds, or even venture into more exotic investments. The goal is to grow the initial investment and generate high returns. Stocks, bonds, crypto, short selling, buying rare Pokemon cards. If it has value, it's fair game. Hedge funds are known for their flexibility and aggressive strategies. The ultimate aim is to outperform the market and deliver impressive returns to their investors. However, with high rewards come high risks. Hedge funds can be volatile and are not for the faint-hearted. So while hedge funds can offer substantial gains, they also require a deep understanding of the market and a tolerance for risk. It's a high-stakes game where only the savvy and bold thrive. Now you're probably like, wait, why is it called a hedge fund? The term itself can be quite confusing, right? You might be imagining a garden full of hedges or shrubs and wondering what that has to do with finance. Is there a garden involved? Are we protecting shrubs? Well, not exactly. The term hedge in hedge fund actually comes from the concept of hedging in finance. Hedging in finance just means reducing risk. Think of it as a way to protect your investments from potential losses. It's like having an insurance policy for your financial bets. So back in the day, hedge funds were supposed to balance their bets, like making one investment and then another that protects you in case the first one flops. This strategy was all about minimizing risk and ensuring that you don't lose everything if one investment goes south. But as time went on, the strategies evolved. Hedge funds started to use more complex and sophisticated methods to maximize returns. They began to take on more risk, often leveraging their investments to amplify potential gains. But honestly, most modern hedge funds are just out here YOLOing with sophisticated strategies. They're not just about hedging anymore, they're about making big bets and aiming for high returns. Hedging? Cute idea. Not always the main goal anymore. Today, the name hedge fund is more of a historical artifact than a description of what these funds actually do. They're more about aggressive strategies and high-stakes investments. Mutual funds are safe, regulated, and available to your average 9-to-5 human. Hedge funds? They're like the bad boys of the investing world. Less regulation, more risk, and you usually need to have a lot of money to even get in. Net worth over $1 million? Income over $200,000? Right this way. Otherwise, it's index funds for you. They get a lot of heat. Why? Because some hedge funds make a ton of money while taking wild risks, often leveraging huge amounts of capital to bet on market movements. These bets can be incredibly lucrative, but they can also be devastatingly risky. And when those bets go bad, other people sometimes feel the pain. It's not just the hedge funds that suffer. It's the investors, the employees, and sometimes even the broader economy. The ripple effects can be far-reaching, causing financial instability and loss of jobs. Also, their fees are insane. Most use the 2 and 20 model, 2% of assets under management every year, regardless of performance, and 20% of any profits made. This fee structure can lead to enormous payouts for hedge fund managers, even if the fund doesn't perform well. You make $1 billion for them, they take $200 million. No joke. This can create a misalignment of interests, where managers are incentivized to take bigger risks to earn higher fees, potentially jeopardizing the investor's capital. Critics argue that this model benefits the managers more than the investors, leading to a system where the rich get richer, often at the expense of the average investor. It's a controversial topic, and one that continues to spark debate in the financial world. If you're a regular person, you don't need a hedge fund. There are plenty of safer, cheaper, smarter ways to invest. But understanding them? That's how you know who's pulling strings in the background of finance, markets, and sometimes even politics. So next time someone drops hedge fund in a conversation, just hit them with, "Oh yeah, the Wild West wizard casinos for rich people?" Like, follow and share this with someone who still thinks hedge funds grow plants.